let me put some music. Alright, hello everybody. Vishal, what's up? Dom, what's up, man? Okay, Davor is already here in the Discord call. Give me a second, let me I think I accidentally resized my game. There you go. Momo, what up, man? Clay, what's up? Welcome back to stream. Welcome everybody. All right, so this is kind of like very first stream of me having a guest, like the first of many. Okay, so it might feel like I'm kind of new to this, and I don't know, Davor, have you been in like this kind of stream before?
No. You are my first time.
So it's also Davor's first time being on stream, and it is also first time me hosting a guest on live stream. So we are kind of new to this, but let's see what happens, man. Ube, what up, man? Lambo, what's up? What is this? You have a new tool? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not the new tool.
Can you hear Davor's voice, our guest's voice, guys? All right, I'll wait for confirmation. Okay, so Davor is a person. So I actually, made a shout out of Davor one time in my, I think it was in YouTube video, I forgot actually, but ever since I'm making like this mathematical side of content on Rise of Kingdoms on YouTube, of course I needed some help and opinion, and Davor just came through just like this randomly. And he's been playing this game for a long time, and also he is into the mathematical side of Rise of Kingdoms. He's really interested into like all the math and damage formula and etc. So I usually when I have a point or try to make a point or try to make a calculation, I turn to Davor, this person that we have a guest today, and just get his opinion, second opinion, to see if it's like matching my perspective, or if I have missed anything, right? If I have missed anything or something like that. So this is the person here, and he has developed a really interesting tool for us to help and answer a few questions. For example, in my videos, I've been getting a lot of comments about, should I get or in my live streams, right? Do I get the 2% damage from the armament or 3.5% HP? Which one is better? And in my calculations, I made a rough, image to answer that question, but the tool that Davor has developed is going to answer that exactly, very specifically. So let me first, Davor, please first introduce yourself, and yep, and then let's you can also explain how the tool is working as well. Let me share my screen here.
Yeah, so I am Davor. People used to call me Dav, and I am a player currently in Kingdom 3265. And before that, I was in 2217, 1606, and 1359. And yes, as you told it already, I play this game since forever, and I've been always interested by what are the hidden mechanics behind. So here we are. I just make boring math for people that know me already.
No, it's not boring, man. Some people, really, people who is really into the game, trying to understand deep some of the stuff. So it's kind of it's not boring, right, guys?
Yeah. So yeah, we can talk about the tool, I guess.
Yes. Please explain what is the tool and what is what it is showing.
Yeah. So I published recently in King's Codex server this spreadsheet. So I can go directly in the README because this is the thing. So the purpose of this sheet is to give scales of values for each stats you have, and you can add on top of your equipment, civilization, troops, etc., etc. I think there is already generic scales of value, but when you add commander skills stats from different factors, it changed these values. So this is the purpose of the calculator I created and what we can see in this spreadsheet. Yep. So I can just go for how I did it. Maybe.
Okay, so,
So
before you proceed, let me just add few information. So what this tool is allowing is that it is analyzing the commander, especially every commander has a different stats, right? So it is taking into consideration the commander stats and also your current equipment. Like it could be any type of equipment, but usually it is taking the consideration of the equipment stats, and it is basically weighing the stats on specific pairing of commander with specific equipment. Which stat, if you increase that stat by 1%, right? If you increase that stat by 1%, which one is gonna have the kind of like the biggest impact to the damage formula, right? So that is this tool is.
So when you got the damage formula, depending on the stat you are increasing either your damage dealt or either your damage taken. You reduce damage taken. So for this tool, it's based on something I called combat effectiveness. This is a combined factor with damage dealt increase and damage taken reduction. Because of course, if you increase your attack, you will not decrease your damage taken. But so if when we compare defense to attack, we need a combined metrics to see how it impacts the damage.
Yep.
If it makes sense.
Yep, it makes sense. So it's kind of like basically answering again if you increase a stat by a certain percent, like let's say you have an option to choose between choose a 5% stat and you have an option to add it on attack, defense, or health, right? So with this tool, it can say like, hey, with this specific commander, with this equipment, with this type of setup that we have, you should add like the attack version of it or the HP version of it, or you can add on the defense, and that is going to have the biggest value, I'd say.
Exactly. And so no tool can be perfect. Mine is not perfect. And there is some stuff I can't include in it because then it becomes too complicated, and more it is complicated, the more I have numbers and it's difficult to give something. So when I calculate, I don't include the speed you are generating rage. I don't include the RNG effect that are not stat increase. So when I choose a commander, or like Nevsky as a conditional elf, I will just average these stats and add it to the calculation. But if it's over effects, I won't. Icon 2 to 5, I didn't include. And this is for most common situation, but of course every situation will be different and you can change the value of stats. If you are swarmed, of course it's not very applicable.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to Rise of Kingdoms math and like all this science stuff, I'm also learning that I need to keep things simple. Otherwise, if I dig deep, it just goes deep and deep and deep. There's just so many other factors that I need to, like consider in order to reach the final conclusion. So I've been learning that you should just stay on the basic, simple level to have like a generic image of like, see what would be the potential, or like get a grasp on like on a certain topic or stuff like that, right? So, yep.
This is exactly that, and more you are going in deeply, more it's frustrating.
Yes, that is very true.
and yes, this tool, I try to stay as simple as I can. I have one of my professor was using this word KISS for keep it simple and stupid.
Ah, that's nice. That's also actually one of my like life motto, I'd say. Keeping things simple is the best thing that you can do. That's also what I like to do.
Yeah. So before we start, I have few disclaimers to do that are in my sheet, and just to avoid question about that later on. So this tool is just a guidance for making your decision, but it's not the only thing you should rely on when you are deciding for something. And this is the things with math, ROK math. This is not entirely what you need to make a decision. So I have this picture created, and I think it's show how I think you should make your decision. The knowledge you have, the ROK math, is one variable you are taking in account, but your preference, your play style is a huge factor. Your experience in the game, the more you play the game, the more you are supposed to be better at it. So everything combined should make you choose the best decision for you.
Yes.
And when I choose the combat effectiveness matrix, it has one downside. It doesn't prioritize the damage dealt or the damage taken. So there is situation or player that will be like, oh, but I just like to deliver damage and I don't care or I trade. Yeah, great. Of course, this scale of value you can rely on it, but say, oh, but how I play, I need more attack and all damage than the scale is saying. It's perfectly fine for me. And in the other side, someone will be like, I feel I'm very weak because of my technology in KVK, so maybe I should just focus on more health and defense that the scale of value is saying. Because what I care about is reducing my damage taken more than increasing my damage dealt. So yeah, fine. That's very right to think like this. And then we talk about most everything that it's a tool to make scale of values, and it doesn't compare equipment, pairings. This is other calculation. So yeah.
Okay.
Split it.
Yep. So to add the decision making, you showed the three. I don't know what's the called for like the English word for this, but yeah, Davor is making a really good point here. Like you have like three things: ROK mathematics, which means the like the science stuff, right? And then you need like actual experience from yourself or other players, and then player play style. And I also would like to add one thing is that, you know, also if you are you know, making a decision on what to do with your account, it is also good to watch like multiple content creators with like different perspective, so that you can understand and you know, like analyze the information that is out there. Like also I think that content creators have their own also play style and their own preferences, right? Even I do. So we might be given like information based on, you know, based on our experience or our playstyle and everything. So before you make a decision, I also recommend for you guys to, you know, just watch other content creators as well, what they're saying, and then with the combined information, you can make a decision with your account, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so shall we continue?
Yeah, sure. We can go on the calculator. So in this tool, I can enter a bunch of factors, and then it will calculate the scale of values.
Yeah, so how about we do this? How about we just do one example right away, and that example is just gonna be me. I'm gonna get one of my marches with the current equipment weighed, and then we can just talk and talk about the stats. And I think that's gonna be easier for people to understand what it means. And then after that, we can get the inputs from you guys in game. You can send a direct PM to me in game, and then we will do some analysis on your pairing and on your equipment as well. So that, I think that's gonna be a good idea, right?
Sure.
Okay, so let me go here. I like, so very like a simple. So I'm just gonna use one of my, like this march. Okay, before we proceed, let me read the comments. I think we are this is, guys, again, this is first time me having host, and Davor is also been first time in the live stream, so we might be a little bit messing up. Okay, Wakasu, what up, man? Welcome. Vishal, welcome. Clay says never boring. That is true. Kina, what up, man? There we go, one of the content creators, and also King of 1606. He also made a video about this and explained the stats really good, right, Davor?
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Watch Akina's video as well.
Yep. ZKX, welcome. Yaso, Davor. Yaso says
Hey, Yaso.
Davor.
Yeah.
Agree on that.
He's one of the leaders of 2217.
Oh, really? Oh, welcome, guys. Welcome. Bilegt, is it much of an upgrade for you to go for leadership pants for the set bonus? Okay, we're gonna talk about the specific questions later on the stream. Okay, so let us demonstrate what this tool means. All right. So let's start with one of my march. I'm just gonna give the information to Davor, and then he is gonna input those information and then analyze that stat. So the commander pair that I'm choosing. Wait a second. I think I have to. So the calculator is considering every commander is expertise, right?
Yeah, there is few exceptions I didn't enter in the calculator yet. So if people ask for Philip, I have to enter it manually. So please don't ask for Philip. I have not the true damage formula in it. So Shajar is fine, but as a primary. And I didn't include the engineering yet. So pretty much every commanders, with few exception.
Okay. So the pair that I wanna get analyzed is Scipio Prime and Liu Che. I think I'm gonna be running this pairing, this KK. So Scipio Prime, Liu Che, and my Liu Che is not expertise yet, but we can just assume as if it's expertise, and that's gonna be fine for me. So Scipio primary, Liu Che secondary, and the gear is KVK helmet, crit KVK helmet, crit hope cloak, the chest piece. You can already see the stream screen, right?
I am.
Yep.
Yes. So it's that weapon, no crit.
Yeah, no crit weapon. Sacred grips, no crit. Leadership boots, and then I have the epic pants, crit epic pants.
Initiative boots. Interesting choice.
No, I mean my gear is not complete.
No set bonus.
Yeah, no set bonus.
One accessory. So your civilization?
My civilization is currently France.
Oops. Your VIP level, I think it's 16.
Yeah, 16.
So I enter VIP 13 just because between 13 and 17 there is no combat stats. So it's VIP 16. It's the exact same. We have the KBK tech here. What do I need to add? I always forgot the iconic one, so please remember me to add each time. Let me see. Can you show your set, please?
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
Just I can enter the iconic, so you have one accessory.
Yeah.
There is a little delay, so we have 6 for health. We have 6 for attack. We have 8 for defense in the base stat. Is that right?
Let's see. Defense 4, 8. Okay. Attack is 3, 6. All right. And HP is 6. So defense 8, HP 6, attack 6.
Okay, we good.
Yes. The iconic base stat that we were talking about here.
Yeah. Okay, so the rest is just manual. So the calculator is it's a calculation against a baseline, a reference, and so once I enter everything, I have this combat effectiveness increase. So it's an increase from a baseline. I will enter this one. So yeah.
Hey, Big Al, thanks for the super chat. He says, "What up, Dav?"
Yeah, what's up?
Man, you have
huge swarmer of everything that is moving in front of him. That's an insane player. And then what I do is I will just add 1% all damage there. It changed the combat effectiveness increase.
Hello?
I remove.
Hello?
You hear me?
Yes, you have suddenly become a little bit quiet. Is it me? Or...
No, it's fine.
Oh, okay, it's fine. Okay, so we have stopped.
I was adding.
Sorry, so we lost you like on the if I add 1% from that.
Okay, so I add 1% all damage here, change the numbers. Now it's 1% health. So I change it. Now 1% defense. And finally 1% attack. So now you have your scales of values. So once you have everything set up like this, so it's your base. I mean, this equipment, it's your base. And now this is a value for extra stats you will add on top of this. So this is why it's perfect for MMNs. Because your gears is your base, and then you add extra. So we can see that to match 1% all damage increase on this match of yours, you need almost 2% HP, 2.5 defense, 3% attack. Which means that when you will decide between all damage and HP, if you have a 2% all damage attributes on an armament, nothing can match that.
Okay, so let me give you a little bit explanation here. What this is shown is that this 1% all damage section, right? So the 1% all damage is you do 1% all damage, kind of like a bonus 1% all damage or 1% damage reduction. So let me give me a second. Oh, nope. Sorry guys. If I can. So this 1% HP, right? This 1% HP here. In order to gain like 1% damage reduction with this current commander pairing and equipment, if I add 2% HP, which can be possible via the armaments, right? If I add 2% HP, I'm gonna be gaining 1% damage reduction. And if I want to gain 1% damage reduction by adding defense, then I need to add 2.5% defense in order to gain 1% damage reduction. Here we can see that it is the defense value is having a little bit much more like a diminishing return value here, just because it is infantry, and the infantry commanders tend to have, you know, a lot of defense and everything. So we can clearly see that the impact of HP and defense is being, you know, this different. And then finally, if is this Crystal Tech maxed or it's not?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Crystal Tech maxed. Right?
So you have here the 42%
I see.
attack and the 10% all damage.
And if I want to gain 1% like damage bonus, 3% attack will equal to 1% damage bonus approximately, right? So yes. This is the stat is being explained here. Am I correct, Davor?
Exactly. And for depending of your equipment, it can change. For example, on your set, you chose to go more for health, so you have leadership boots and the epic pants. So it impacts the value of the extra health you will add on top of that. If I change this factor, this equipment, then we will see that the HP will slowly gain more value because you have less. So the more it will, the more you will add health, the better it will be.
Yes. So like in this exact setup, I am using Scipio and Huche combination, right? And we already know my gear. Let me quickly show you my gear. This is the gear that I'm using. This is just my current setup, right? This is the gear that I'm using. With this current gear, Scipio and Huche, this is the stat way that we are gaining. And what we can understand from here, what I can understand from here is that if I were to use the 2% all damage from the armament, that is gonna be equal to around 4% HP, right, Davor?
Yeah. So this is something you can have access to in the spreadsheet I made. There is a mini tool called armament comparison mini tool. Here you can enter the scale of value. So if we just care about health, I enter health 1.97. And for example, if you add an armament in your bag with 1.4 all damage and one with 3% health, this is the tricky thing. Which one is better? And you can enter here. And so the minimum health you need to be better than 1.4 all damage, it's 2.7576. So yeah, maybe the 3% health attribute for this match of yours specifically is better than the armaments, the all damage one.
Yeah, so 3.5% is gonna be better than 1.4%, but 2% is gonna be better. If I put the 2%, yep, it's 4%, right? So let's say if I have the 2% all damage armament and then I have 3.5% HP armament on I wanna choose. So in this case, with the current setup, like just judging by the impact to the damage formula, right? Just judging by the damage to the impact formula, if I put 2% all damage here, I'm just gonna be trading a little bit better. Okay, of course, in like open field and everything, there's just many RNGs and like there's just many stuff to consider. But with just this tool, we can see that, hey, let me show you. Give me a second. Like if I'm running already running HP boots, right, the leadership boots, and I'm gonna be replacing my pants with the leadership pants soon. But as you guys can see, I'm already using a 2 gear that has HP. So this is in return is allowing us to kind of like have an option to use the 2% all damage armament. But if I were using like the other variation, like this Eternal Light variation, right, Eternal Light and 4 set bonus, which is stacked up on defense, if I was using this, it's probably the choosing the HP armament over the 2% all damage is gonna be the smart decision, because the 3.5% HP is just gonna have a much more impact to your overall trade potential, just because again it's like there's like diminished return, right?
Yes.
Is that correct, Davor?
Yeah. And it's applicable to everything you can have through armaments. For example, you are lucky and you have an inscription, 1% extra damage, 1% all damage. Is that much lucky? Because we think all damage is very, very, very powerful. It is powerful, for sure. But 1% of damage equal 3% attack. How many of yours keep the inscription 1% damage and throw to the bin the 3.5 attack because it's bad, because it's attack? Not sure.
Yeah. I also found out that, when I first started playing the game, right, I was also very noob. I did not know what the heck I was doing. So the videos that I watched, like the attack stat is, everybody was saying like, the attack stat is the least important stat, just because you get the attack stat from the crystal tech here, right? Like entire 42%. So attack stat is pretty abundant, and it does have a diminishing return effect. But still, attack stat, because it's like affecting the damage that we do, we still need to consider the weigh-ins, like what if we have an option to choose from 10% attack or like maybe 3% HP? Which one is gonna be better, right? So let's say we have that choice. So maybe in that case, with the current setup, the commander and the equipment, hey, the attack maybe it turns out to be great because it's just gonna allow us to trade a little bit better. And this tool, in my opinion, what I see is that it's not only gonna help people to make a decision on what to how to say, prioritize, which stats to prioritize, especially when it comes to armament and inscription. But this could be very helpful to like rally and garrison leaders, maybe. What do you think? Like rally and garrison leaders like have to min-max like to the bone, to the teeth, right? Like they have to be top shape, like maxed out on every single like stat. So I think this could be also a very good tool for rallying garrison leaders as well.
Yeah, the tool for now made it primarily open field because it just interests more people. It's just a minority of people that are rally or garrison leader in the game. Most of people are just open fielders and fillers. But I can make this tool for rally and garrison. The only thing that for now slow me down is that they are adding more type of damage. And so like true damage, we have CY, the archer garrison commander, and true damage is another type of calculation. And I have to change the way the tool works to, for example, ignore the enemy defense in the calculation. That's not that complicated, but enough to take times once again.
Yeah, man. Rise of Kingdoms is like it is you cannot like really say it is simple game. Like there's so much going on behind the scene, right? It's like very rich when you like really dig in deep into this. Okay, let us actually go into the second phase of our live stream where now you guys understand. Let me move myself here just a bit. Okay, so now you guys understand what this tool is all about and what we can do. So let me give me a second. You guys can now send me in-game chat. There we go. So send me PM commander, their pair and equipment, VIP level, civilization. Send me PM. I'm gonna give you guys my ID as well, so you guys can just quickly search me. Commander pair, equipment, VIP, and civilization. Then let me pin this. Okay, so if anyone wants to like quickly get your commander pair analyzed, send me in-game message. Just share your commander. You can just share your commander to me. And then also on addition, I need your VIP level and the current civilization or the civilization that you use to fight, and we will do some analysis there. And it's gonna be only like a one commander pair per person, so we will do only one. And let's see how many people can submit. I wanted to do this via Discord, but then again, I'm sharing the Discord stuff like right here. So if I want to do stuff again, it's gonna mess this up, I think. So let's just take the submission through the in-game chat. Okay. Abo I really appreciate your hard work. Thanks, man. Thank you so much. Let me do this. Okay, we have first coming in. It's ZKX Asta. Don't mind my KP. No, man. We are not interested in KP. It's okay, man. You guys, it's okay. So 5551 Scipio expertise LC. So we cannot consider the commanders being unexpertise, right? So it's just gonna be straight up expertise.
As long as it doesn't impact the stats.
As long as it doesn't impact the stats. Okay, so let me check the fourth skill. It is reduce the damage, reduction the skill damage. Okay, so it's fine. We can like consider that Scipio's expertise.
Maybe fine, 5551.
So this first case is actually same combination. So it's Scipio and LC as well. And he has a little bit different gear. He actually has the 4th set bonus. And then he has the purple, the epic leggings or pants. And this is actually very good entry-level equipment that infantry commanders can use. I'm showing my screen also because Davor is also watching the stream in the side and he can like input the equipments right away. And we can see that his weapon is not iconic, so we can consider that. And there's no crit piece except the epic pants.
And he has no accessories. No legendary accessories.
Yeah, no accessories. So Davor is actually doing this stuff right here. And let me know if you are complete so that I can, you know, switch the screen, Davor, back to you. And then we can just quickly check out.
I am doing. I just need the civilization and VIP level.
Oh yeah, sorry. GKX, what is your VIP level is 15. And civilization? I can actually check the civilization. It's France.
Okay. So this don't change. And so the iconic, you said it's a shield that is not iconic one.
Yeah. Or we can kind of like just assume that it's iconic. Because he just sent a message that it is gonna be soon iconic. So let's just say it is iconic.
Okay. So 663.
So let's see, 3 defense, 6.
Okay, we can do it without the accessories. That's perfectly fine if you are using without accessories, legendary accessories. This will be the calculation.
Yep, so 6 defense, 6 attack, and 3 HP for the iconic.
I think I forget.
4 set bonus, which is
March speed, so I just select 2 pistons.
Yes.
Because 4 is March speed, and
yep,
we don't take it into account. Okay, let's do it. This is the base.
Christian Kovaci, I am Whitebeard. Okay, you are gonna be the next. Yep. So I'm gonna go up. Whitebeard, we have submission from Alberto, Yaso, hey Yaso, and then we have a submission from Kappa.
I think we should say that Yaso have to pay for it. That thing between him and I, he need to pay $5.
You said that Yaso is like a god tier fighter, right? Did you just mention that?
No, just a joke between him and I.
Ah.
He knows. So okay, the scale is up. So we can see it's pretty much the same or very similar scales of value because this is very similar setup.
Okay, so ZKX, you can take a screenshot now. So the current pairing that you sent and also with the equipment, you are having a similar effect as, you know, me. It's the equipment are quite similar, and also the commander was you know, same pairing. So you still HP is important, but you can kind of can choose like the 2% all damage bonus. But yeah, you can see the HP is also being the most important stat here as well. The reason why is you have the epic pants for HP 10.5% crit, because it's crit, it's gonna be giving you 10.5% HP, right? And also Scipio as a commander is giving you HP as well. So which is why with the commander pairs that is included, Scipio is having the HP value is a little bit less impactful, but you know, it's still better than the defense value, as we can see. Okay, so here it was the ZKX submission. Let us go on to the next submission. I hope you got the screenshot. By the way, guys, the link to this you know, sheet tool, like this calculation, like this, you know, this custom calculation is not available yet. Davor can give an explanation on that.
Yeah. So the sheet is available, and you can find the most common pairing, the most common set of gear, and you can find the very similar to Yo, and use it as a scales. But the calculator by itself, I won't make it free to use, just because I need to improve it still. And the second reason is just because it's a lot of work, and yeah, I prefer not to make it open to everyone to use it. Maybe later I will do it, but yeah, I think we already discussed about it together when you have all this calculation on your own spreadsheet, and I was telling you, keep it for yourself for now, because first it's a good way to make content for you, but it's also because it's very personal. It's hours and hours of work of trying to understand, etc., etc. And this is good to give this knowledge to everyone, but not sure about the way to do it. But it's personal. Maybe people will disagree with that, but that's my opinion.
Yes, understandable. So this exact calculator that we are using right now, it's not available in the document, but if you click on the document, you can find commonly used commander pairings with commonly used equipment sets that Davor is showcasing right here. And he is actually just made the stat value there, so you can just right away see, you know, which civilization, which commander, with which type of equipment. Like it's kind of like a meta equipment, right? It's having impact of what, right? So this information and then the mini tool is gonna be available in my Discord, or it's in the King's Codex Discord. Link to my Discord is in the description of the channel. And if you don't know about the, I should have put the link to King's Codex Discord, but in my Discord, King's Codex Discord is already linked, I guess, so you can access this file from there as well. And before we proceed, I want to thank Davor for coming into today's stream and, you know, showcasing exclusively this calculator. As he said, he is not gonna make this public for now, because, you know, as he just said, there's just a lot of work to do, and you know, it's also he worked on this many hours, so as for now, he just want to improve and see what happens. But on common commander pairings and equipments, the tool and info is already there, right? Okay, with that being said, let us go on to the next pairing, which is Whitebeard. All right. So this time we have Nevsky Arthur. Do you have Arthur, right, in the calculation?
Yes.
Oh, you are up to date already. Okay, so Nevsky Arthur and the VIP 15 in France. Let me show you the equipment. Man, I just gotta move myself. I'm being like the hindrance here. Let me just I can just go to the corner here. Hey guys, you guys can see me, right? I'll just be here.
Yes, so let's go.
So this time he's using the. It's actually very interesting build.
Yes, I wonder why the chest. I guess it's maybe blueprints availability. It's
Maybe.
more easy to get these blueprints.
Maybe. So the chest piece he chose attack.
Piece bonus. And so there is no crit, so it's a straight 6-6-12. And his friends.
Yes.
This is good. No special talent.
France. VIP 15.
We are good. So here is the base.
Because my wife did it by mistake. It's fine, man. I mean,
we can't blame the whites because it's a risk to be murdered. So
it's forbidden. I mean, having one piece in attack, I don't think it's that bad thing, especially for cavalry, because cavalry already have a lot of HP. For example, Nevsky has a lot of HP, Arthur has a lot of HP, the Gears has a lot of HP. In fact, if you cut in one of the pieces and replace it with attack, hey, that might be a actual genius setup. Maybe let's see. Let's see how this goes.
So I can answer to this question.
Okay.
So for now, with this gear, we have this scale of values. So we see this is interesting, but it is really true with Nevsky pairings and cavalry and legendary gears. Provide a lot of health. So you see. On top of that, if you have to decide between adding the same amount of HP or the same amount of defense, actually, you may go for defense.
Yes. So as you guys can see, just like Davor mentioned, in this particular case, Nevsky and Arthur pairing, right? He had one of these pieces, attack piece, not the HP piece. Even so, we can see that in this case, defense has much more, value in damage reduction than HP, and this is coming very close to each other. So I think your wife was actually maybe a hidden mathematical genius because she actually.
we can answer that, and I don't want any problem with your wife.
Yeah,
but,
I mean, I think she actually.
The good thing about the tool, it's a comparison tool. So this is the scale of value for your equipment right now. But I just have this line for Civ, but we can do for equipment. So this is the base. So the combat effectiveness increase for this gears is 84.58. Now just we can change the chest. So it's heavy armor or the And we can see now the sorry. The metrics change, and so we have if you replaced the attack chest by the health chest, you will get
1.32%.
Improvement of your combat effectiveness. So this shows that don't say your wife was wrong, but maybe it was not the best choice. It's not a lot of improvement, but it's still an improvement. So the chest piece with health is still better than the attack one.
Yes. So if you have used the HP chest instead of the attack chest, it is going to be 1.3% better impact to the damage formula, right? Combat effectiveness. But as just Davor explained, it is only 1.3%, so it's not too punishing. So having the 12% chest piece actually it's not really punishing. Okay. So
it's not really punishing, but to add this is still not negligible. So let me show you. I reduce the scale with the health piece.
Okay. So now he's.
I will explain you why when I'm done with it. So the scale itself couldn't change that much, even if the set is better and like this. But the scale you will see won't change that much. So you see, it didn't change that much the scale. It just make the fact that you need defense more than health even more. But we said you have the attack chest going for the health chest. It's 1.32% improvement. And if we add 1% of damage, we have 1.55% improvement on your combat effectiveness. So it's kind of close. So maybe you can say, like, if you were changing for the health piece, it's like if you were adding 1% of damage compared to what you have now.
Yeah, around like 1%, right? So if you change your chest piece to the health chest piece, it means your combat effectiveness or the threat potential is gonna improve by 1%. But as we just seen, it's like not too much punishing. Okay, so it is, in my opinion, the exact this piece that you showed here. This one, it is playable. I think it's completely fine. But if you just change the chest piece with the maybe the sit chest, yes, you are gonna be gaining HP, and then you are gonna be gaining counter attack damage 3%, which is not gonna be that much useful. But yep, there is that. Okay, let us go on to the next person, shall we, Davor?
Yes, let's go.
Okay, so this time we have Yaso.
Oh, the $5 one.
The legendary Yaso.
Yeah, Yaso.
Okay, so he has submitted the Zugulian and Herman pairing. And this is the gear. Oh, okay, so he is running 4-set bonus. And then leadership, pants, and clothes. Very interesting combination.
Yes, so the is
Davor, are we taking into consideration like the awaken levels, or it's just awaken level 1?
Just one.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't enter all the libraries for the rest. And I have to make some adjustment because some of the pieces are of the awakening are stats ignored, and
Yes, that's correct. That's
this is a different different things to. So the glove of leaderships.
Yeah, it was kind of hard, man. So I also did awaken versus special talent video, right? If you guys have watched it. And in that video, I was also analyzing the, this actually exact stat. I was doing similar thing that Davor was doing, but I was just doing it in a little bit much more simpler and basic level, how to say. And these, for example, the helmet is gonna give you archer health, but if we go into the pants, it says enemy HP ignored.
So I have a doubt about the leadership gloves. Does it gives
defense? It gives defense.
It gives defense.
Yeah.
So
guys,
so we have
leadership gloves is the only gloves that is different from the other legendary gloves, which is it gives you base defense value as compared to other legendary gloves will give you attack value. So this is kind of like a hidden thing.
No, instead of 8, 8, 16, it's 4, 12, 16. Am I right?
Well, what was the second? 1, 2, 3, 4. So HP is 12. HP is 12. Defense is oh, hold on a second. HP is 16. My bad. HP is 16. Yeah. Defense is 12, and then attack is 4.
Attack 4. Yep. Okay. Good.
Okay. Let me go back here. The Yaso. Yaso also says, let me go here. Trying to figure out which best stat to have on this when I'm ready to replace it with current armament. Want to focus. Okay, so Yaso is already have the intrepid inscription, so he is looking forward to, transmuting the stats. So he wants to understand which stat to focus. This is very good. Hey, Cortex also is here. Hey, welcome, Cortex.
Oh shit. I have to redo because I forgot.
Okay, let me back here. So we are gonna be doing this really quick because we have already explained what does this means. So we are gonna input the stats, and then you guys can just take a screenshot. Okay, we're gonna now give you guys like a 10 second, maybe a 10 to 20 second window to get a screenshot, and we'll briefly talk about why is the case of the stats maybe, and then we will go to the next person because we are kind of getting quite a bit of submissions right here.
Here we go. The scale of values for Yaso. We see if he wants to reroll this. If he has all damage, he should prioritize all damage to health, depending on these two values. So why? Because the leadership pieces he have give health. Zugeli gives health. So yeah. So
this stat says, in order to, like, I apologize, I just accidentally moved. So Davor is suggesting that Herman and Zugulian case, like this in this exact setup, Yaso sent, you can actually get 2% all damage instead of 3.5% HP, right? Is that correct?
Yep.
Yep. Because in order to gain 1% like damage reduction or damage increase, you have to add 2.1% HP. So if we compare, like, let's say if we had 2% here, right? Oh, yep. So if we had 2% here, we gotta add like 4.2% HP of stats, right? So, but because the armament is only giving you 3.5%, it is not exactly gonna reach 2%. So in this exact case, Herman and Zugulian with this exact troop setup, let me go here. With this exact gear that's shown here, you can actually get in that inscription with intrepid legendary inscribed armament, you can go for 2% all damage, and it can do a little bit more just because Zugulian is given health, and you have a lot of I mean, not a lot of, but because you are using the leadership set bonuses and also the pants, you already have a decent amount of HP as well.
Yeah, so I just made this is very simple. If you have no damage attributes on Intrepid between 1.6 and 2, just don't touch it. Don't touch it no more, because you will match the maximum health you can get.
Okay. So he just inputted the HP. So if you have all damage armament that is below 1.6%, don't use it. But anything above this, so 1.7, 1.8, 1.9, 2% all damage armaments are gonna be better for you. So that's what Davor was saying, right?
Yeah, and we have to think that it's a luck-related game armaments. So you might not get 1.5 on 2% net damage and not get 3.5 health. So you can use the mini tool saying, like, if you make a reroll, you have 3.1 health. Yeah, you can use the mini tool to say, okay, do I keep it, or is it not that good and I want to try to get better and have all damage?
Yep. Alright, so let us move on to the next submission. By the way, Cortex, thanks for the joining the Fighters Club. Welcome, welcome. Let's go with Kappa. Kappa is would like to check Arthur plus Attila pair, VIP 18, Ottoman Empire. Arthur Attila, which means you are going to be running this on open field, right? Okay, so this is the gear. Man, I apologize, moving myself all around the screen. So this is
what is the Ottoman? That's good. It's VIP 18, so just 17.
Yeah, so he is using the 6 pieces from the cavalry, all 6 piece.
Nothing crit.
There's one crit, which is one of the accessories.
We have 6, 13. Right.
3.
So it's Archer,
Attila,
combo 3. Okay.
So, yep, 13% HP, 6% attack and defense, yep.
But might be interesting to choose Attila for this comparison. Here we go.
Okay. Kappa, if you are watching this, please take a screenshot. You can still get some HP. Like the 3.5% HP armament is gonna be almost equal to 2% all damage, right? In this case.
Yeah, this is this kind of situation, or health is gaining more value. Even if we are in cavalry.
Yep. They're almost
always. Oh, cavalry don't need health, but it's really related to your stats and your gears, and we can see it shows to get the 6-piece bonus, and so there is a lack of health in this set of equipment. So it explains why health is more valuable for him than it could be for someone else.
Yep. That's compared to the previous Nevsky and Arthur pair. In this case, because he is using the 6 set-piece equipment, we can see that now health is becoming, one of the important stats. So you can add health. All damage is gonna be almost similar to health, but yep, you can add health. In Nevsky Arthur case, it was straight up like all damage was better, right?
Yes.
Okay. I hope you got the screenshot. Let's go on to the next person. Alberto is sending his pairing. It's Huokubin and Arthur. Arthur, VIP 17, France. And he's running the current best meta set for cavalry. I gotta have this, screen on just a little bit because Davor is actually seeing the screen and then inputting the equipments in the calculator. Yep.
Piece. And so we have the Ash of Down crit. VIP 17, you said.
Okay. France VIP 17.
Spines except the Iconics. So we have a 14 for
3, 12. 13 health, 6 attack, and 6 defense. Oh, actually 14, yep. The top of my head is cut off. You care? I don't care, man. I want to show you this. So I'm here just chilling.
There you go.
There you go. Alberto, please take a screenshot. Here, in this case, HP is again being important. But you can actually take the 2% all damage in one of your armament instead of the 3.5% HP.
Yep. And we can see that the value of HP and defense are kind of close. I think more than people can imagine.
Yeah, the cavalry has the most balanced stats, actually. Because of the equipment. Like if you are running like 0 equipment, and let's say if your commander doesn't have any stats, you already have like 52% deficiency in HP as compared to the defense. So you gotta fill that up in order to make them balanced. Okay, let us move on to the next one. Guys, also I apologize, we are doing a little bit in hurry because Davor actually has a Kingsland fight coming up soon. And we were planning this stream.
Yeah, like it's like in 3 hours now.
Yeah, we were planning this stream for like an hour, so we are already over schedule for like maybe 20 minutes. So I would like to thank Davor. Guys, please thank Davor taking his time, you know, doing this for us. So let us quickly go here, and our last submission is gonna be Suuk Mopes here, the last submission, and we are closing off the submission, okay? So let me unpin this message. Okay. All right.
Scipio, it's infantry.
Ragnar Scipio, VIP 10. France, oi, baguette. Baguette.
Oui, baguette.
Wow, oui, yeah. I apologize.
Yes, and by the way, I apologize for my French accent. Hope everyone understood me.
No, it's. I mean, I can understand you crystal clear. It's not a problem. So let's check out the equipment. All right, so very early entry level equipment right here.
Yeah, and this is a good example to have because I guess you mentioned you are F2P, so I guess I can lower the crystal tech maybe. Let's say you most of the time for your combat in KVK you won't reach improved morale, so maybe we could.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Lower all damage and maybe say like you will reach. It's roughly but 25 attack, not max the attack tech.
Mm-hmm.
So we can do like that.
Yeah. So now
the gear.
This is the gear. Yep.
So we have the gatekeeper shield.
So because you said F2P,
it's which lineage?
We're assuming that your crystal tech goes up to 25% in terms of the attack stat, right? So that's just a general assumption we're doing here. And he has crafted the coin. Interesting.
And the boots are
the Scarlet Hounds.
Oh, thank you, because I didn't remember the name. Okay, so this and these are crits. And so this is good. We don't have peace bonus, no. And for iconic, we just have 2 pieces that are the chest. So 3 attack, 3 defense.
4% defense and 3% attack.
Oh, yeah. VIP 10, Ragnar Scipio.
Mm-hmm.
And the civilization was France?
Yep, France.
We baguettes. Okay. All the scalar values are here, easier.
Yep. So please take a screenshot. You are gonna be, you know, going for the like a legendary gear, so there's like a lot of room for improvement. As you guys can, as you can see, you need HP as well, and also defense as well.
Yeah,
I mean, this is just a weighing, I guess.
I think you will need to forge just more legendary piece. Anyway, this is the path for upgrading your equipment. You slowly improve the pieces for legendary one, and probably going to change first the attack one, then the defense one, then the health one. Then if we take this value.
Okay, let us go on to the next. We have Ube. He is running William Wallace and Liu Che. William Wallace, Liu Che, VIP 15, and France.
It's infantry and infantry France. The VIP you said?
15.
Take here.
Welcome.
Sup, thanks for the subscription and welcome. So he's running 4-set bonus with 10% arch speed, and also Eternal Knight and Hope Cloak. It's a very viable combination of equipments.
This is the iconic
so 12
and 15.
Yeah, 15% HP. 6 attack, 6 defense.
Now we have to. I was like, it's very low, but because I removed the crystal tech. Yeah.
Okay. We will have the access to the Excel. Yes, it's gonna be in the description. In my Discord channel or in King's Codex server. There, it's gonna be this Excel. But this actual exact calculation tool that we are showcasing here, it's not gonna be there. But if you check out the Excel file, you know, all the meta commander pairings and with the meta equipment analysis will be already there. With the mini tool as well.
Okay. It's done.
Ube says low spender, I can only buy mind boost. Okay, so in like, because you know the HP stat and defense stat is there to protect you, and then the attack stat is there to like make a like increase your damage. I think like trying to calculate if the crystal tech is like maxed or not is not really important in this case. Because, you know, the more you just increase your crystal tech, the more damage you are going to be doing. But we can just get a generic idea of like how many attack stat equals to like how many bonus damage, right? Yep. Alright, is this done?
Yep.
Okay, Ube, yours is done. Please take a screenshot. As you guys can see, HP stat is missing quite a lot. You need a lot of HP stat. I mean, you really need a lot of HP stat here.
Yeah, compared to the if you have to prioritize health defense or attack,
Yeah.
then yeah, you need HP. To answer to the question in the chat, is VIP 15, but it's just how I set up because between VIP 13 and VIP 17 there is no combat stat. So for me, for the calculator, VIP 15 or VIP 13 is the same. That's why it's written 13.
So in this case, Ube, instead of I would actually recommend you prioritize your HP, and the 2% all damage is not that much gonna be necessary in this case because you are missing a lot of HP. And also, if you've seen the your gear, let me do this. Yep. So with this gear, you don't have the leadership like pants and boots, right? So we are kind of stacked up on defense stats here, which is why, because of that, the HP stat is being a little bit more important.
But in the other hand, this is a very good set of gear because we are talking about combat effectiveness in terms of damage. But this set of gears is primarily designed for march speed and for infantry. So much important. So
yes,
this is a choice to make when some people will say, "Oh, you need more HP piece or more KVK piece on your equipment." Then this is a choice you have to make between more march speed and more combat effectiveness. And this is really a personal choice. I wouldn't say one is better than another when we talk purely about open field. If you think you are too slow and need to match the speed of your other marches, you should really go for march speed. If you think it is the right choice, it probably is.
Yes. So Davor has a really good point there. So this set piece, because we have the 10% march speed, it's a really viable set. And with this, if you are, now you're trying to fix up the armament, because this is very viable set, and you're working on your armament, you need to be focusing on the HP because it's gonna give you a little bit more, right?
Yeah. And he is saying, "Rip, I have 1.8 all damage." It's a lucky rip in my because we have the values is 1.75. So if I go there, 1.
Okay, so now we have Cortex. Oh boy, Cortex! No. Yeah, Cortex, we're just gonna be doing one pair. Just do the Philip or something you want, my bad. Can we do the Philip Zuge? Is that possible? Or did you just say Philip, you did not input that?
To finish for Ube, just you can maybe show my screen just quickly.
Okay.
So he's saying, "Rip, I have a 1.8 all damage." So to be better than 1.8 all damage, you will have to need more than, we can say, 3.2 health. So it will be very, very lucky to have this reroll. So it's not that much a rip.
Yep, that's actually a very good point.
1.8 all damage or 3.5 health, you could. Maybe you could go for health, it's better. But yeah, 1.8 all damage, it's very good.
Wait, can you please
input
2 all damage and then let's see how much it's gonna be. Like, that's gonna be 3.5, right? Yep, exactly 3.5, yep. I mean, yep. So, I guess you can, like, technically run all damage, I guess, right?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
This is the purpose of this mini tool. You have 2 armaments. One is all damage, X% all damage. One is X% health.
Okay, so Ube, running the 1.8% all damage armament is actually very valuable. Just Davor demonstrated there. And we are having the all damage and 3.5% HP is actually equal amount. So yep, I think it can work. So 1 point all damage, it is very viable. And it's only gonna, if you have like 3.5% HP armament, then it's gonna can replace the 1.8% all damage, but instead of that, it can work. Okay. All right.
So
okay,
you
so
were about to do Cortex.
Yeah, let's do Cortex, and we also have one last submission, which is Suuk Mopes. So Cortex said that he wants to do the Philip Zuge. Can we do that?
Philip primary.
Yes.
So I have to enter it manually for Philip, but I can do. Okay, we can do.
Yeah.
So it's Philip primary, or it's Zug primary.
Wait, so primary, you mean you are taking consideration with the talent?
Yeah. So I can change the talent.
Oh, okay. All right. So Cortex, you there? Herman Ward or Herman Tommy Philip Zugic. Yeah, I think Philip is gonna be the primary. Philip primary, okay. Cortex says Philip primary.
Yeah, just give me the Civ VIP and gears for Philip.
VIP is SVIP.
Okay.
And civilization is Ottoman. And this is the gear. Leadership full set. Oh boy.
And support. Philip is support. So let me. I will enter the gear. So it's full. Yeah, it's full crit leadership.
Suuk Mopes. I did not skip you, man. We will do that. Cortex submitted before you, and you were the last submission. So you are gonna be the after Cortex. Don't worry. So full leadership gear.
So this is where I need to manually. So 35 HP. And is he running it full archer?
Yes.
Or mixed?
Yes, full archer. He might be using the one troop trick to gain march speed, but I assume full archer, right? Yep, it's full archer, definitely.
So let's say. So we'll say
16% HP, 12% defense, and 4% attack. 12% defense, because the gloves is given the defense, and we have only one piece that's given.
Oh
the
yeah,
yeah. That is.
It's true. So 12 and 3.
4.
3, 12, and 16.
4 attack, because it's all.
Oh, 4. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
All gears crit.
12, 16.
Yep.
This is always the thing I miss. It's everything. I enter Philip's stats.
Which is why it's also a good thing to have another person.
Yeah.
To check your calculation.
You can't imagine the number of time I do the scale of value and I like, I didn't change the icon.
Yeah, I also made a lot of mistakes on my own calculation and sheets as well. Like, working with all these numbers, it looks, I mean, there's very high chance that you miss one number, right? So it's really hard not to make mistake. Even if you like double triple check everything, you might miss like one single point right there, right? So yeah. Okay, let me move here. Yo.
This will be an interesting one. So,
are we done?
here we go.
Yep. Okay. So Cortex, please take a screenshot. So in this case, defense is becoming more valuable stat. Just because Philip is giving Archer HP and also as well as Zuglian as well. So the HP has been stacked up, and on top of that, because it's leadership gear, it's also giving us much more HP stats as compared to the Archer sets, right? Let's see.
And you can see, because also Philip is giving a lot of all damage bonuses, naturally it will lower the addition of more all damage. So it lowers it gives more value to every other stat compared to the usual scales we see when you don't include commander buffing a lot all damage. Does that make sense? So it's why this scale look just very different from the other.
Yeah. We have
you shouldn't add all damage to it. Just say it's maybe less valuable than it is on a match like Zug Herman, for example.
Okay, so judging by the HP, if we are to use in this scale, you can use 2% all damage armament, or you can use 3.5% HP. It's kind of being similar, but what Davor is pointing out is that, let me not hide myself. Let me go here. So because the Philip is giving you damage bonus already with the the skill, active skill, and also you are getting 30% damage bonus, and as well as Zuglian himself is giving us damage bonus. So there is many damage bonuses here, and also if you go into KVK, you also get 40% damage bonus, right? So because you are getting like
yes, but not
what?
You gain 40% damage boost. So I didn't include the 40% from the RCF in the calculation. Why is that? That's an important point. Why is that? Because it's not a bonus. It's a 40% on the damage calculated. So first you calculated the damage, and this 40% from the RCF come after this calculation. So it's a multiplicative and not an additive like the all damage from Philip, from your VIP, etc., etc. So it's after. So I don't need to include it in the calculation.
Wait a second. The
will get
KVK, it's 30%. Wait a second. I'm confused. It is boost.
Yeah. So
all right.
The 50% from RCF are on damage calculated. So it's similar to a boost. However, when you play ARC, you play with a 100% damage bonus. So it's an additive like other bonuses. But for the case of KVK, it's similar to a boost.
Okay, I always thought that it was
bonus. That's why in my calculation, I
you
add
don't have it. Okay.
10 from the KVK tech, but not 40%,
Yeah.
because as it is a multiplicative,
Yes.
and here it's all additive effects. It will not be accurate at all to add 40% here.
Yep. So same with the damage resistance, right? Because there it's like a multiplicative effect. It doesn't need to be in this calculation. So what Davor is saying is that in this specific combination, because there's just many damage bonuses, you don't need to use the 2% all damage. You can use the 3.5% HP. That's what he is saying. Because there's just so many bonuses, it will have start to getting diminishing effect, and the 2% damage bonus from the armament is gonna be just so minuscule as compared to, like, was it 100% damage bonus total, Davor? From these two pairing? So 30%.
No, because I averaged the fact that Philip will have a 2-second window of 40% all damage. You will have this one time per cycle, so I just average the all damage because
you averaged
there. It's not there all the time, so I just average it.
So what you're suggesting is that all...
Yeah, so this is a point also I think most of people don't realize. They are like, yeah, don't go for attack because it has diminishing return. Diminishing return is the fact that when you have a lot of stats, adding extra stats to it are just less and less and less value. And it's for every stats. So people are like, attack, but if you have a lot of all damage bonuses, you have diminishing return for adding more bonuses. That's just how it works.
Okay. So in this case, what are you suggesting for Cortex?
And for this case, I think, for example, if we are going for the armaments choice, I think that is really interesting. If you are going to get an inscription of 3.5% defense and 3.5 health, you might try to reroll the 3.5 defense first. And if you have 1% inscription all damage, 1% all damage, and 3.5 attack, you might choose to go for 3.5 attack. That's why this example is really interesting.
Wait a second, are you telling that from what I see from this number is that defense is being much more impactful stat because so let's say there is like inscriptions like 3.5% defense or 3.5% HP, right? So in this case I would choose 3.5% defense because we are stacked up on HP, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And for this match, 3.5% attack is not that bad.
Attack is not that bad. Oh, I see.
Yep.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Also, attack stat is not bad. Okay. All right. Let us go to the last submission. It's from Suuk Mopes. We have Luce Alex, VIP 15, and France.
You said Luce.
Cortex, not a problem, man. And again, thank you so much for the joining in the Fighters Club membership, and welcome, man.
So infantry, you said the civilization?
France. VIP 15, France. Everybody is running France.
That's also an interesting choice. And the set of gears. Okay, so.
Yeah, he has Shio's return as a boots. He doesn't exactly have the 4-set bonus. I think he's still working on his gear. But most of his gears are special talented. It's quite unusual. Or like, I think he might have gotten very lucky. Want the museum influence the script? Oh, that's a good point. Do we have the museum for Alex here?
Yeah, sure. So I can show you there. Oops. It says Alexander the Great relic.
Ah, okay.
So why also I put in the disclaimer, this sheet is for SOC players. Because I calculated the relics for commanders who have museum buff, and also because it will change the iconic level 1 stats if you are pre SOC.
Aha.
So he has the accessories are crit, I guess.
No crit. Accessories non-crit.
No crit. So we have 8. And 13.
9.
VIP 15.
And 13 HP. 8.
Total check is everything there.
8, 13, Chio was my first cracked. Will switch soon with the set boots. Sounds good, man. Daniel. Daniel is Sasuk Mopes, right?
Yeah, I think it's a good choice because it will give you, by the way, the
10% the movement speed. Yeah, march speed.
I will do that. Instead of just getting more blueprints of the Geo returns and going for the level 5 awakening. Okay, there we go.
Okay, what do we have here? Sasukes, please take a screenshot of this. It looks like you need a lot of HP with this pairing. Understandable. Luce is giving defense and Alex is also giving defense with the relic, but there's no HP stat in here. And as well as in the gear, there's no HP stat all the way stacked up to the defense. So 2% all attack, 2% damage armament is not gonna be better than the 3.5% HP as we can see here. So prioritizing HP is going to be much more important for you.
And we can see that defense and attack
Is
have kind of the same value.
Yeah.
Because you have loads of defense on your gears and commanders, so that diminished.
Is it taking in account of the Alex skill where, Alex is like with shield you gain defense and without shield you gain attack, right?
Yeah, very hard to average that.
You average that, okay.
So I didn't, and I guess it's defense or attack anyway. Yep. It gives you defense or it gives you attack. Is that right?
Yep. Yeah, so the problem with doing this sheets manually, like all this, is like there's many stuff like this to consider, right? It's very, very complicated. It gets really complicated. The more you dig, the more complicated it gets. All right.
So it's attack or defense. Will it change a lot the scalar value? I don't think so. Attack and defense have already the same kind of value, so it won't change that much. At the end of the day, you still have to prioritize stuff on this match.
Yep. All right. Okay, so that was the last submission that we have. We've been running almost like a 2-hour stream, and we planned 1-hour stream, but it has become a lot longer than this. So I think we need to let Davor go, right? My man, we have used a lot of your time
before
here.
Kingsland opens.
Yeah, his Kingsland is gonna open soon, so let us wrap up the stream today. And first of all, I would like to thank Davor for coming into the stream and doing this, showcasing the tool. Yep, on the live stream, it's very like how to say, nice. The tool showcase, but most importantly is that he worked on this tool many hours, and the tool that he developed, like this exact one, it is gonna help players to understand the commander pairs and stats and the way the stat impact much more. So overall, it's going to improve the knowledge and just the players of the community, in terms of kind of like a fighting power, how to say. So Davor, first of all, thank you guys, thank you so much for coming into that stream, and second of all, thank you so much for taking your time and developing this tool. And do you have anything to say last?
No, pretty much we said it all during this live stream. I guess feel free to use the spreadsheet, to use the mini tools I have there. I will update the list, so for people asking why there is not this pairing or this pairing, I will try to add more and more in the future. So, but I think it's still a good tool. And remember that mathematics are a good way understand more how the game works, but it's not everything you should rely on when you play this game. Most important is have fun.
Very, very nice like outro words right there. Mathematics is very good tool, but it's not everything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's very interesting.
Yep. All right, so guys, for those who are asking this tool, it's in the description in my Discord channel, or it's in the King's Codex Discord channel. You guys can access the link on my Discord in the description of this live stream, or you can search for King's Codex server on Google, or you can just join my Discord, and it is linked to the King's Codex anyway, so you have all the ways. Methods of here. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video or in the next live stream. Have a wonderful day and peace.